Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Swiss Week 5 Zelda 1 Randomizer race. We have Diane and jessandy8 playing each other. It's Ladies' Day on Z1R. My name is Tracy, and with me today is Adirondack Rick. How you doing, Rick?
But I'm not a lady. But I'm here bringing you this match. It's going to be fun. We're going to have excitement. These runners, they're going to have great races for us. We're going to not need 8 Triforces to get into level 9.
You're being optimistic.
And then we're going to celebrate with some pie afterwards.
Well, I mean, Jess and I will either be celebrating or commiserating because she and I have dinner plans after this.
The two of you?
Yep.
All right, well, who rolled this seed?
Kathy did.
Okay, well, in that case, jessandy8 can't yell at you for that.
Nope. There's a reason I don't roll seeds.
Yes, because it doesn't matter who rolls the seeds. It's all up to the perception of the player who runs it.
That's right. I do know some people that buy into that, like hook, line, and sinker. It's really fun.
Oh, I know. I know. We've all
just
been
likes
there.
To have fun with it.
Done that. Tutors and all. We're underway. Going to catch up our runners very shortly. Here, we start at the river. We find
arrows.
Decently 18 under normal arrows. We find a sword that we can wield only between 10 and 14 hearts.
Yeah, wrong sword.
Yeah, we can't do anything about that right this moment.
Well, or wrong Pokeball if you're Diane.
Also, we have an old man.
Yeah, we have an old man complaining about books. We will need a book to translate what the old man is saying, which could get us hints. Oh,
there's our Pokeball. We'll have jessandy8 back here in a moment, I guess.
Yeah, I thought it was just sinking, but that's. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, Diane, I know what's going on. Yep. Have you ever synced up a race for 801 seconds?
No, I haven't. Uh-oh.
So funny story about that. I did that to an SMB 3-point tournament this past week. And as such, they were syncing a runner for 801 seconds.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, it is really, really, really unfortunate. And we're going to get rid of jessandy8 and we're going to bring her back. So she'll have the sword at some point in time based on which way she was going. Also, because I want to get this out here right now, happy 10th birthday, Z1R.
Ooh, happy Pi Day as well.
Yes.
Because I mean, of all people, the fact that Fred went ahead and put out the randomizer on Pi Day, that's hardly a coincidence.
Yeah, the fact that he released it on 3.1415.
Yep. Well done, Fred. Shout outs to Fred.
Absolutely. We're going to celebrate that coming up here later, 10 p.m. You'll see a stream on here that is not the tournament flags, but Anarchy.
Yep, which means slow text.
Yeah, I mean, slow text being what it is, but we bring it out only for specific reasons. 70 is our large secret.
That's not what you hope for, but I mean, it's first quest, so there's going to be 3 of them. That's still more than you'd get even on a top large secret on a 2Q money seed.
Hey, Tracy, we found our first level.
But it's 7.
Yes.
And we have your friends, the bunnies.
This does not look like my friends. Not in that room. We're gonna have to go through that room to get to that.
So you see that little hole under the dash there in level 7? We want to take some bets on whether that room is going to be a room segmented room in level 8.
Actually, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's a very good likelihood, but I'm gonna just say that's reserved for one of the staircases.
It could happen. Yeah, you can see. I always like.
Oh, Diane hoping to get the Kanana key so she could use a freebie through that door. Unfortunately, it turned out to be one of those 2Q push blocks.
Yeah, always the push block. Yeah, I will be interested to see what level 8 looks like, because there's definitely a little bit of a negative space going on there in that dungeon. Alright, we got Jess back, yay! She's got a sword, yay! No one's gotten an armless item, but there's a cheap candle! I want to say Diane got that 70 rupee secret in the southwest, so maybe Jess hasn't been over there yet.
Yeah, far southwest corner.
There's some mixed price hints. We can't, of course, don't want to buy those without the book. I mean, you can buy them without the book. You'll be very unhappy with the results.
Yeah, because after try number 3, you'll get used to the fact that they're saying how much they hate the book, and then you'll be out all those rupees. I mean, you could retry, but still.
So
it's like buying a potion that is costing more than the red potion.
Yeah, well, no one would do that.
Yeah, no one would. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So interesting that Diane went and bought those arrows instead of getting a candle. No bow yet.
I think without the bomb, she has not seen that.
Yeah, I think that's right. And there's the candle shop at another candle shop at the Death Armos, and now she knows, so she'll be able to get that candle relatively soon.
Meanwhile, jessandy has found level 5. We get an early staircase. You know what that means, Tracy. Wait, what?
Oh, well, that's nice find.
That is not normal. That is not normal. We normally have a transport staircase early in a level 5 like that.
Yes, we do.
But a nice white sword.
Yeah, early advantage Jess picking up that white sword, also knowing where the candle is and we'll be able to pick it up as soon as she gets some money. Diane having bought those arrows. I'm an advocate of buying your arrows early, but in this flag set, I get them after. Do the candle first, then get the arrows.
Tracy, I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate of 1 HP red Gurias.
I love 1 HP red Gurias. Hey, look, there's a candle on the coast. If we could just find a ladder.
Hey, maybe we find it right here in level 2.
Could happen.
Oh,
2 HP red whiz robes. Gotta love it.
You never complain about that. 35 is our mid secret.
Alright, let's hope this is the map.
2.
Otherwise, we're gonna be playing Find the Bomb Hole.
Segmented 2.
Would not surprise me.
Segmented 2. Let's go. Yep, segmented 2.
Not a map. And you're right, it is segmented. Segmented is better than Find the Bomb Hole.
Right, but still. It just felt to me like it was screaming segmented 2.
Oh,
gosh!
In this flag set, anytime I see... And yeah, nice Triforce and Wizrobes. But anytime I see one of those staircase, a stair in a one-off like that with no bomb holes, I just assume it's segmented. And usually I'm right. And just believe that level 2, because that Wizrobe welcoming committee, not very kind.
That welcoming committee is the exact reason why you have to hold up when you come out of a staircase like that.
And then on 4 hearts, still good luck. Hey, level 6.
Well, yeah, but still. All right, level 6 has been located, which at this point, you want to find that ladder so you could grab that.
You know what Jess says about about ladder in level 6?
Yes, I do.
She's got the serum about it.
I disagree with that because it's the same memes as Never 7.
Oh yeah, well I mean it's it's a 1 in 13 chance. Like I keep telling her, and it's gonna be right 1 in 13 times. So that's that's a big enough likelihood that you can say that. There's the compass. Level 3 for Diane. And level 3 also segmented.
Why am I not surprised?
Level 3
So
segmented
where
when
did you
I'm
get
around.
13 from?
8 dungeons, plus the 3 overworld locations. I think I might have been adding level 9 in there, because I think at the time it was like, there was important items in 9. So it might be 1 out of 11.
I think it's 1 out of 12, yeah. Yeah, you're not that
Oh,
far
no.
off.
8 dungeons plus 2 and 8, 2 and 1.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So
10.
Yeah, plus 3 overworld locations is 13.
Yeah, but ladder cannot be amongst one of those 3, so...
Okay, 1 and 12.
So yeah, 1 and 12.
1 and 12.
It's Pi Day.
I mean,
We're going to do
wait.
math live on the air. We're going to be
isn't-
fine.
Beatable only, like in ALTTPR, where you can have like the boots on the porch? But then you don't need them?
We could have the ladder over there on the Coast Heart location, but you know what Fred's going to say to that?
I mean, beatable only is the thing in the LTTPR. Why can't it be a thing in Z1R?
Right.
No, I don't seriously want that.
But still, Fred's going to say son of a monkey. And then the chat is going to put monkey plus plus in his chat.
Right, meanwhile, level 6 we get a map. And that looks like a level 6.
It looks like Idaho.
It does. It's kind of a fat Idaho, but yeah.
It's a fat Idaho, but it looks like an Idaho. You know what it looks like, Tracy?
What?
A cash register.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Also, chat with the boot answer, speaking of Link to the Past. I can see that, too.
All right, in the meantime, Diane using some of those paw strats. I think was there a mugger there we missed?
I don't know.
Sure, it looks like. I was too
hadn't
busy.
been paying attention. I think there was a mugger.
That looks like a former mugger. I mean, it could also be a bait block, but I don't think Diane bought bait yet, so I don't. That's likely.
Right, when we know it can't be the bomb upgrade because they're forced to
Right.
5 and 7. All right, push
Chat
block
confirming.
here? No.
I would really like a map to this level 3. Well, compass is okay too.
How about a compass?
That might be in the first segment.
There's your
the map. It is in the first segment.
You know, sometimes I'm good at playing Name That Ink Blot, but Tracy,
Nah, I got nothing.
I've got nothing either.
See, for me, either I can see something immediately, or just I got nothing. And this is an I got nothing. Oh, maybe a super room. Nope. But we are going to get a stair item. This can be the heart or the item. It is.
Just Andy's favorite item.
So that's going to give a whole lot more overworld locations for Diane to go to. Well, I don't think Jess has found anything in this level 6, but the Triforce is right there above the room she's in, so probably just going to take the Triforce and bail.
Make sure.
Just going to check this nub, which, yeah, you do that. You don't want to leave this alone.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Sadly, it's a hint that we can't read because the old man still hates the book.
Why does the old man have such a distaste for literature?
He just doesn't like being set on fire, I guess.
I mean, considering the last race I called, they're more worried. People should be more worried about the ladder getting burnt than. Oh, double. Oh gosh.
I mean, this is a super room. It's just a question of whether or not there's a heart or the item.
This is good. This is fine. This is fine. This is real fine. Just bait the dark nuts so that you don't ever have to deal with them.
Yeah, just you want to keep. If you can keep under them like this, they're really easy to kill from below.
Also, yeah, Diane, jessandy's or key count has been pretty solid as a result.
You're gonna leave 6 with 6 keys. Unless this is the any key, then she's gonna leave 6 with all the keys.
I'm just waiting for that to happen now for the commentator's curse. I need more content for the clip show. Okay,
Well,
logs.
okay. It's a to be determined item.
It's a you never have to come back to this dungeon item.
That is also a true statement. Now, of course, we know that it's 5 to 8 Triforce to entry, so it may be that Diane just never does 6 if that raft isn't hard required and it's not 8 Triforces to enter.
We still have not seen our Armos item.
No, at 14 minutes. Oh, and I think I think Diane was really close to it. I think we're down to just the Lost Hills Armos.
Yeah, so that hurts for 2 reasons. Because number 1, you died, and number 2, you ended up losing your bomb because it hadn't exploded before the final got ya.
And you died really far away and right next to where your Armos item is. Yeah, it's just a whole bad circumstance. Now, the good news is Diane goes back to start, gets her candle, and we'll be able to burn all the bushes on her way to the Armos. Might be a little bit late to it. We'll find out in a second. Unless Jess decides to take a death as well. How big a deal it is that she's going to be later to this Armos. Oh my god. The firing squad.
Yep, gotta be extremely careful going through there.
You know, I might have gone for a screen scroll up here and just said, you know what, I'll check that screen after. Here's the Armos item. You just want to get to that.
Oh, they still hate the book.
Maybe it's the book and they'll stop hating it. No, Jess is gonna do the with one heart. Get those, get that Armos item. Those, even with one Guerrilla, it's just so easy to get sniped.
Well, the thing is with Jess, I don't think she knows that is the Armos item at this point. I agree with you. I don't think Jess knows that it's the Armos item just yet.
I think for her it's 50-50.
Yeah, it's because it's
she
either
hasn't
this.
seen the grave.
Yep, that's what I was about to point. I don't think she's seen that.
I still prioritize that location, and then what I do next will depend on whether it's the item or not. All right, Diane now is going to be the first one to this Armos item because she's basically right there. It'll lose her money first.
By the way, that's 21 on the door repair charge.
You know, I almost never pay attention to those door repair charges.
Well, thankfully, I have 2 monitors up, one with a small replay, so if I miss something on the main screen, I can watch it again on the SpeedGaming restream. And then secondly...
Oh! Do you see where that Indie Road took Jess?
Right to the grave, which,
the one grave spot that you can't go into without the recorder.
Yep, because she hasn't been into level 3 just yet.
Every other spot on the overworld will create a staircase for you, except the 3 grave spots. Now, 2 of those grave spots are push blocks, so it doesn't matter. But the one that's accessible 2Q6 with the recorder, you're just out of luck. Also, I believe Diane picked up the Armos item, and I did not see what it was.
I'll give you a hint. They're in every single dungeon. Post heart.
Oh, ha! She does have another heart, doesn't she? That's how I missed it.
Yep.
Well, the good news is now every dungeon's going to have at least 1 item. Jess is in level 3, so she'll get her recorder as well and be very happy to get it.
There is a possibility, Chad is pointing out, that when we had the unfortunate misadventures with Jessandy's stream, she may have picked it up, but I don't know if that's the case here, based on the fact that she hadn't gotten that a couple of those squares nearby. I think when that was put in chat was before she got stranded over in the grave by the Any Road, so it makes sense that she might have at that point. But yeah, I think it looks pretty clear she hadn't been there. All the pressure in the world now for Jessandy.
Interesting that Diane is picking up the potion before finding the white sword item.
Yeah.
At 5 hearts instead of, getting up to 6. Once you get to that white sword item, I kind of start expecting, especially the better runners, to go ahead and pick up that potion instead of the heart. Yeah, but I think I definitely have seen Diane do that before.
Yeah, I think
Should
I
be
remember.
fine. There's hearts everywhere.
Oh, this is a screen.
Yeah, thank goodness we have a sword. Ooh, I want those bombs. Get the bombs. Don't get hit.
Okay.
Again, Diane, one of our few people that still uses only pause strats, doesn't use the toggle. Is very good at using those pause strats.
Oh,
Oh
that
my god,
helped.
that fairy. I don't think she actually got hit by the Lionel beam, but it looked like she got that fairy just before the Lionel beam got there. That is one of the worst places to take a death.
Yeah, especially if that turns out to be a level, because what's going to bring you back?
Yep.
All right, so we can mark on our restream on Just Andy's side that we do have the Wrapped out of 6. And she will soon have the Tutti Flute.
That's almost all of our blocking items. We do still have the power bracelet, and of course there's the 2 ladder spots that may or may not even open.
So before we find level 9, I do want to put this out there in chat, and I want to ask you this, Tracy. How many Triforces are going to be required to get into level 9?
Let's give them 6.
You're going to go with 6.
I'm gonna go 6.
How about our tracker? What does Cappy think? Also getting some answers of 7.
Now we get a 9. Oh, Cappy's going for the jet. The 5, the scary 5.
Full boat of 8. 9. I'd love to see the 9 come to be true, because where are you going to get that 9th triangle? The one from Ganon?
I guess.
Alright. Jess Andy's about to get her second Triforce out of level 3, placing her at 2. Well, with some of the seeds Jess has rolled for others recently, she deserves a full 8. Lol.
I don't know. Sometimes the 5 ones are the scary ones, right? You go into 9 where you have like 3 dungeons not located and you haven't gotten silvers yet.
Yeah, I mean, there is that possibility.
Like, they both have their own trolls. I've kind of settled on 7 as a sweet spot. A few of us have discussed that before. You know, you get a little bit of choice, but you're still clearing most things on the way, so you're not as likely to miss, you know, an easy silver somewhere. Also, just on half a heart.
This is fine.
Has not picked up any hearts yet.
This is fine. I do like the fact that she was very, very patient with the levers, because if you just run in with a reckless regard, they're going to wreck you.
Yep, red levers are in some ways easiest enemies, and in some ways the hardest enemies. Oh yeah, and just the mugger was a heart mugger, so she paid it. Paid the heart. I'm not sure what the alternative was. Probably something much worse.
Alright, so we got our first exploration of Death Mountain here via Just Sandy. Full bombs. Let's see if we can't find... I'd love to find a level 1. Level 4 wouldn't be a horrible find either.
You got 8 bombs, well now 7, now 6. You're right here already. It makes a lot of sense. And answer chat, levers are overworld only. They do not show up in dungeons. I know there was experiments with putting various enemies in dungeons. I know that the big one that failed was the P-hat. I don't know what the experience with some of these other enemies were, like levers and Octoroks and stuff, but the stories I've heard about the P-hats are funny. Oh, 4 hearts, not enough. Diane's gonna be able to pick that up.
So I can tell you in regards to the P-hats, they were a wonderful thing, just having to wait around, wait for them to land. Please land. Sometime land. Come on, land! Stop it! Move! I gotta go!
I've heard those stories.
Ouch. That's an unfortunate death. Level 1 found up here on Death Mountain.
Yeah, it's not a good death for Diane, given that the bow was just sitting up here and now we just found level 1. Hopefully for Jess's sake, she gets a heart, and maybe it's a 5 heart bow.
So, I will mention Octoroks have never been in consideration because of their throwing rocks adding to the sprite set.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
And not just the rocks, but the collision of the rocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that tea room, level 1 is actually the one dungeon where the tea room isn't gonna drop. Whereas if this were level 4 or 5, like, it's almost, yeah, it's like very high likelihood to drop.
Oh, good. Level 1 has wish robes.
Yay.
Ain't that fantastic?
I mean, if they're just the
Wonderful.
red ones, it's fine. Just don't get hit. Because, you know, Jess does not have enough hearts in her inventory to survive. Diane is in level 5. He's gonna get this white sword. Might go further. Or white Pokeball, as the case may be.
Nope, that's it. We're done. Okay, we might explore for a easy Triforce. But I totally get the decision not to want to stay in here, given the fact that you only explored 2 rooms of this level. Oh boy, there we go.
Ladder. And Jess hasn't bought a candle, so she could just grab the candle off the coast. On the other hand, that's kind of a long ways away to get the red candle instead of the blue, so I don't know. Red candle does have other benefits in terms of, you know, repeatable offense in really awful bubble rooms.
You know what else
Zol's
sucks,
rolled
Tracy?
up.
Yep. That sucks.
Where? Zol's always roll up. Hey, 9 keys for Jess. 8 keys for Jess. I mean, in the end, that level 6 dig might just the fact that she got so many keys.
Oh, any key.
Never mind.
Alright, fine, whatever game. Thank you so much. Have yourself a good day. There's the Triforce was only a couple of rooms into level 5. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's gonna be fun.
There's a heart floor for Jess. We just need the stair. Oh no, we got the stair item.
Yeah.
The ladder was the stair. We just we have to clear the whiz robes. Because there's no room up there, because if there was a room up there, you would be able to bomb into it, because level 1 works that way.
Okay, you know what? Leave.
Yeah, yeah, leave, go see if you can grab your bow.
Or not.
Oh, okay, bomb this spot first, then go see if you can grab your bow. This might be one of those rare occasions that if you don't need all 8 Triforces, you might be skipping level 1 instead of one of the other dungeons. Diane finds level 2. I don't recall what kicked... I think Jess found this. I don't recall what kicked her out of here, though. Oh, I remember. It was a transport to a bunch of blue whiz robes.
Yeah, it was the secondary welcoming committee. Oh, 6.
Oh,
okay.
That's so bad. And you know what the worst part is for Jess? Because she didn't get the Triforce out of 1. She doesn't have quick access back up there.
Yep.
Alright, we got Diane about to go into this nasty spiral of death. 3,
Hold
2,
up.
1.
Hold up. Yep. The reason why you have to hold up coming up a staircase right there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this...
8 blue whiz robes.
Nice candle boost, but you only get 1 of those.
Okay, hope they all... Oh, this is the... Yeah, we're in trouble. Wow. Yep.
I mean, she did a great job surviving as long as she did, but that just wasn't going to work out. So, you know, if this is a 6 Triforce seed, maybe we just skip the tries in 1 and 2. It's like Diane's gonna try again.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I don't know what the French equivalent of that is for Diane's language, but... Hold up!
He's gonna try and kill these guys.
There's the candle for Jessandy.
Yep, he's gonna world wrap into it. We'll see if she goes back into 2 at this point, but it's... Actually, right now, I would be checking the raft spot.
I'll tell you what, the Wizrobe's been phasing itself in such a good position to give Diane the way to go through there. Now, you can't clear more than 5 rooms. Because otherwise, those blue Wizrobes come back.
That's right. Although, if you come at it from this direction where the key door is, you could probably get the Triforce before the blue Wizrobes wreck you. Of course, we have land most.
Okay.
Oh, she's got a potion. We're gonna use it. No, don't die. Don't die.
Wow.
Oh.
All right. Well.
Oh, there's a fairy. Can she get it?
Just Andy back in
nicely
level
done.
2. This is stressing you and me out.
I mean, sometimes it's more stressful to watch it than it is to play it.
There's
There's
our
the
map
map.
level 2.
Oh, this segment is actually really small.
Yeah, because the rest of level 2 is on that bottom stretch. That's wow.
Just grab your Triforce and go back into the other segment. I think the wizards are gonna come back if she goes down in this room. I'm not sure. Just a 5-er, but I think she should be able to grab the Triforce from this spot, even if they do come back.
Yeah, she's got one. She had one more room.
She had one more room.
But
now that you know the map looks like, you go ahead and you go back in.
Yeah, or you
or
just
not.
leave.
Or maybe she hasn't seen. I don't know. Maybe she hasn't seen the candle.
Yeah.
Just in level 7.
So, if you love runners stressing you the heck out, be sure to give these 2 runners a follow.
There's the heart container.
Yep.
And we know that's not the coast heart because of the heart on the Armos. This is not a room you want to fight red wizards in. Be worse if it was the solid line of blocks, though.
The jackpot room.
Is that what that's called?
I think that's the one of the forms of the room, but yeah, and the one with the 3 aisles of blocks.
Yep. Yeah, my philosophy is for darkness you want more blocks, and for wizards you want less. And Manhandla, one of the cooler enemies changes in Diane's sprite set.
Nice bomb force.
Very nice. Without the ladder, the pointless moat room with the traps, not a good place to be. Fortunately, we only have to clear it for the shutter door, and I think we can get to that room elsewise. So just go down, or snake around. That works too.
All right.
That's the wooden boomerang.
That would be a item we're gonna say no to. We're gonna leave it, and with Triforce in hand, Diane is gonna head and see what wonders are over here in the forest. We've already seen these squares from Just Sandy.
Not the recorder ones.
Yeah, Just Sandy went through here just a moment ago.
Oh, okay, never mind.
While Diane was stressing us out over blue whiz robes.
Well, yeah, my eyes were glued to the blue whiz robe screen, that's for sure. But she's gonna find level 6, so we'll see if she decides to dig it. The one good thing it would do for her, if she decided to stay in here, is get her a whole bunch of keys. That key door, unfortunately we don't need to open that key door since we do have the bomb hole. That key door is pirouettable with the ladder. You can do a screen scroll from the coast to get in, but Diane doesn't have the ladder, so that's not an option.
Yeah, considering the fact that the ladder is in level 1.
Yep. Yeah, Diane's gonna have to get up to that area. I mean, ladder doesn't necessarily have to be required, but the bow is up there, as in the white sword item, so she is gonna have to at least get up into that area to get that bow. So we'll almost certainly pick up the ladder and the any key at the same time, and might have enough, depending on her health / heart / bomb situation, she might have a better shot at getting the Triforce out of there. Jess finds the Triforce out of 7.
I don't know if she wanted to grab that, but she is going to leave.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you get Y-Force, you just leave. Whereas you might have been intending to stay.
It just looked to me like Just Sandy wanted to strike the Gibdo and the Triforce went into her.
So let's see, what dungeons have we not seen? We haven't seen 4.
Well, we haven't
8?
seen the obvious.
9.
We haven't
Well,
seen
9.
9. So we can't
Definitely
answer the
haven't
question.
seen 9.
We can't answer the question what we need to get into level 9. But 4, 8, and 9.
Yeah, that's correct. And I think Diane hasn't seen level 1 up in Death Mountain, but I think otherwise they've both seen all the same dungeons.
Yep. All right.
One more shot for the raft.
It's a level. It's 9. We need the
hard required raft for level 9. Good thing Diane is not leaving this level 6.
5.
Oh, baby!
Okay.
This is the get your 2 Triforces, grab that bow, and go into 9 for silvers, and hope you're right. Unfortunately for Diane, Jess also didn't have the ladder when she went through the 6, so Diane will be able to get all the way through this.
Yeah, the main question, how long is this going to take?
Yeah, I mean, she's got the compass, so she knows to basically kind of go straight up. Of course, doesn't know that the item is right there in the same room.
Yeah, that's more of what I mean. There's the heart container on the floor.
Diane now knows she's looking for a stair, which is good.
Yeah. Like this 6, based on the fact that the raft is where it is the kind of scenario where it makes sense to go towards the blinking dot.
Yep. Now, Diane, I'm a little surprised Diane went out of her way for that heart. But I mean, I would have gone out of my way for that heart, but unfortunately,
you're not doing this room.
That room, yeah, you need beams. Yeah, you need beams, or no, you need sword beams. That's the only way to get through that room, because the wand won't do it with dark nuts.
Oh,
that's not the death you want to be taking if you're Jess.
Post level 3 welcoming committee says hi.
So let's see. If I'm Jess, I know where most of the dungeons are. I know where the Triforce is in 1. I know where the Triforce is in 2. And I know where 5 is. So I might do 5 over 1 or 2. But yeah, I'm choosing from those dungeons. 1, I mean, normally I'd say do 1 over 2 because of the proximity of the bow. But the difference between 1 and 2 is that they're both in Blue Wizard rooms, but the Blue Wizard room in 1, you have to kill the Wizards, which, frankly might be easier with 8 bombs. Whereas the one in 2, you have to dodge, you just have to dodge them, but like, I say that like it's easy. It's not. Red candle, give you a couple candle boosts, going with full health, that kind of thing. Right now, she is going to go grab that bow. And Diane, unfortunately, is getting all sorts of turned around in this 6. But has not, as long as she doesn't bail, she'll be fine. And, I hate to say the obvious, but this is really just going to come down to where silvers are and who finds them. These 2 runners are too good for, to be able to give up the advantage of a early silver's find to the other.
All right, so we have access to multiple levels. So at this point, it would be probably the best idea for Jessandy to load up on health, get to that transport staircase.
Yep.
And
she's got red candle. That red candle can help her boost around, as Chad is saying.
Yeah, but you don't want to stomach too many Lionel beams on your way to 2.
No. you want to be full health going in there. Also, it should be noted that Diane, having picked up that 1 potion out of a take any, I don't believe Jess has gotten a potion. I don't believe we've seen the letter. This is not a great chance that we run into a red ring. And there's not a lot more overworld exploration you're going to do when you have a 5 Triforce seed, unless the game says, ha ha ha, your Triforce is in level 4 or level 8 that you haven't found yet. Or sorry, not Triforce, your silvers.
Find a Triforce piece in level 10.
And Diane, yeah, still clear. I mean, I would too. Like this room could have pushed.
All right, so Jessandy weighing
And 5 is the easiest of
her
all.
options. Yep, I agree. And Diane will probably go. Why didn't I just go right straight to the blinking dot? Or nope.
You're still going everywhere but the blinking dot.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that bomb hole is a thing, so she can go up, go up, go up, go up, up.
Yeah, she's under that impression that the staircase isn't going to be in the same room with a Triforce, and that's the unfortunate thing is that's not the case here.
All right, she's gonna grab this key. She's gonna come out of here with enough keys if she just gets over to level 1. She's gonna be able to get that any key, get the ladder, and get all the things she needs up there.
By the way, we haven't really mentioned what is at stake with this match, since these runners are 2 wins going in. Winner goes into week number 6 without the stress of having to deal with the win or get out of the upper bracket.
Yep, that's right. I mean, there are going to be a handful of 2 and 4s that get into the main bracket, but you kind of wanted to have those 3 wins and not have to rely on your strength of schedule, which is basically relying on other people.
That, and also if you get in as a 2 and 4, guess who you get in round 1?
Yep, Caffey, Truant, and the winner of JP Tabby are the current undefeated players, so they're likely you get one of those.
All right, level 4 for Jessandy.
Oh, new level.
Maybe Jessandy found this during the delay, because I think I did see a green dungeon in some of the screenshots we had.
Oh, yeah.
And this was a bona fide ladder block.
And a key and key doors that we don't have to worry about. Not that she would have gotten that far to see it. Also, digging a dungeon that you don't have the item for, you might find you might find the silvers on path, you might find something like a luxury item on path, which at this point, wand, book, ring are the useful items that remain.
In order, which would you take?
At 6 hearts, I'd rather have the ring. If I had more hearts, I would take the wand.
So book ranks third?
Yep.
So you still hate the book too?
Not my favorite thing. I mean, the wand just speeds me up, as with the red ring.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with the white sword.
Agree. Because that's how I'd rank it to myself. Especially if you're going into level 9 on 6 hearts.
Yeah, the 6 hearts, no potion. I'd rather have the defense, but if I had like 12 hearts, then I'd probably prefer to have the offense, especially if it ended up being a Dark Nut dungeon. That wand will get you through a Dark Nut dungeon a lot faster.
Oh yeah.
And doing her first raft check, and of course, it's not the one she needs.
Chat mentioning about the book being their first choice, and I can understand that. Like, you go into 9, you find the book, and that tells you a pretty solid chance of getting the hint about it. But never mind, we found it here.
The best thing you could find is these silver arrows in level 4. So that's going to send Jess to level 9. Nothing can stop her other than, 6 hearts, no ring, and no defense, no potion. That's a little scary.
And it being a Wizrobe 9?
Could be. Well, Wizrobe or Dark Knight. Like, you're hoping it's the other enemy set.
Right, you hope it's not, but you gotta be prepared just in case it is in this in this regards.
I mean, it's not even just, Wizrobes and Darkness being more difficult than, like, these Moblins. You can't use your silver arrows on the Wizrobe.
We need the bow to get the Triforce in 4.
Oh, that's cute. Hey, there's a letter for Diane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Diane's not too far from level 4, but doesn't know that the bow is the white sword item.
right. Knew she was. I mean, she might. Yeah, level 4 doesn't help her right now because she doesn't have the ladder to get in.
All
She
right,
needs
with
to get
that
up.
trait.
Yeah. So Diane needs to get up to the northwest to get the bow and the ladder, and which is now hard required, and then also needs to use the raft to get to level 9 to find out what she needs. But yeah, go ahead, Rick. What were you about to say?
Sandy gets Triforce number 5, and as you just saw the screen change, it is 5 Triforces to get into level 9. Just Sandy heading to level 9, and we'll find out how this level 9 treats her in just a moment. All right, what do you think we're going to find first? The location of Ganon or the location of Zelda?
Oh, we didn't hear a roar at the entry, so I'm going to say the location is Zelda.
All right, let's find out if you are correct. Here we go. Two directions to go at the very start. Shut a door here, question mark.
Ah. It's going to be proven right that quickly now. Can't... that's right. Oh, boy.
That's probably where your red ring is.
Yeah, probably. Hey, at least we've got the white sword.
Now Sandy's saying nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, Diane, you know, if she can get up to this northwest corner, get her bow, get her stuff in level 1.
Yeah.
Not out of this. First of all, the biggest problem for Diane is, like, there's no incentive for her to go into level 4.
By the way, Tracy.
Yes.
I can confirm that we need the ladder.
Well, the ladder blocked the silvers.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah, so Diane... Funny, so here's an interesting point about those silvers. So, that wizard room in level 1, of course Diane has more than the capability of doing it, but if she chooses not to, and goes into level 4 instead, she gets her silvers. Oh, well, there's a little bit that was missing out of the level 7 app.
Well, I know where Ganon's going to be.
In the little, like, I feel like this is like an elephant, like the nose of the elephant, the trunk.
Yes. That's my number one guess right there. When you have a weird-looking nub like that, it screams it to me.
Shoutouts to Malkier, always check those nubs.
Level 8 was located, unfortunately, for...
Oh, that's not what Diane needs.
Diane.
Okay, Diane needs a ladder block here, and she gets one in the west direction.
Run.
Ah, I was hoping that wouldn't pirouette open. Because Diane's advantage right now is she's got that potion, she's got the letter to buy more.
Oh, there's Ganon.
She's got more hearts.
Right in that nub.
And Zelda could be just below. All right, Jess can take one hit from Ganon. And go for the right corner. I feel like the left corner is a little safer because Ganon's a little bit more likely to go into that wall on the right side and get you on that far tile on the right than on the left.
Oh, yep, right there.
Looks like she got a little bit aggressive going for that stun lock.
Oh, she got bopped.
Yep.
She got bopped. It was a double whammy.
Also, shout outs to chat calling this a faucet. That works too.
I'll go with that.
And we got a goblin as well. But you know, Rick, these 9s have been really small.
Yes, they have.
This one, let's see. We're missing 4 rooms. So that's 40. I think it's, 44 rooms here. Another 44 rooms. And then somehow in the same tournament, we had the full block. The full 64 room block. Fortunately, Diane's still in this level 8. Just not where she needs to be.
Hi, level 8.
All right, this time Jess is not going to be able to take a hit from Ganon. Is going to need to get that stun lock right away.
All right, round 2. Ganon versus Jessandy. Fight.
Unfortunately, lost the coin flip. Ganon went to the left side on there. Okay, here we go. Okay, and lost the coin flip again.
2 of 8. Little does Jessandy know that she has ample time, but you start feeling comfortable the more you wind up dying.
This might be a refill. Go for a refill. Maybe look for... I'm not sure what you look for here. I mean, there's so many overworld spots left that you can't guarantee finding a take any or the letter for a potion. Unless she has the letter? If she has the letter, then by all means, yeah, I would totally go buy a potion. You got 195 rupees just sitting in your pocket doing nothing.
Yeah, she does have
she does have the letter. Go buy a potion, Jess.
But she's just going to go straight to level 9. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, you got 195 rupees.
Yeah, but in Jessandy's mind, you don't have the time.
No, I get that, but you also don't have the time to die a bunch of times either.
Right, you're right. It just in her mind, she might not think she has the time to go do that. And little does she know, she does have the time.
So, Chad asking is potion 1 extra. It'd actually be 2 extra Ganon hits. And more extra fireball hits, because those only do 1 heart of damage. But the, because you'd buy a red for sure. Like you're not buying a blue potion here. You're buying a red one.
Yeah, 193 rupees at the end of this game. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, and see that now the whole leaving. Okay, she's gonna get a fairy back, so she'll have 5 hearts.
Right, because she left the dungeon. These things are automatically back regardless.
Right. Okay, so we got the hearts from the land mows. Oh, can't quite outrun the blue land mows. I would actually consider using the safe door strats to kill one of those to try and get another fairy.
All right, round 3. Let's go, Jess.
And Chad asking if that could be Zelda behind Ganon. It sure could be. Well, I think she was killing the keys in the previous room, thinking maybe that shutter door was the answer.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, little does she know that she has the time for this, but
yeah,
it's
poor Diane just in the wrong spot. And I totally get digging this level 8 if you're Diane. Like,
yes.
She might feel behind. Like, level 8's got 2 items. If the silvers are here, you're just... Or the bow, like either one of those items could be there. That could be your item right there, though, under the Goma. Like, this play by Diane it makes too much sense, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If it didn't make sense, she probably wouldn't be in here.
Yeah, and that's where this variance comes into play in this tournament.
Yep.
Now, Jess needs to be careful. Because she still has that blue lamb mole alive.
Yep.
Honestly, what I would do if I was in Jessandy's position here, if you're not going to go get the potion, get to a 15 count.
Yes. So the fairy.
Because you're going in here, you have very little insurance. In fact, there goes your insurance right there.
Yep. Yeah, 1.5 hearts. You can take 1 fireball and no Ganon hugs.
Oh, that could be your item too.
Good. We've seen a stair heart, which we know is not the coast heart. So there's an item on the floor and an item in a stair somewhere. And since we know the bow isn't in here, is very is way too likely for Diane
Okay,
that
Jessandy's
the item's just there.
Jessandy's gonna get a potion this time around.
What was that? Was that the book?
That was something.
I thought I knew what Diane's sprites were all, but I'm actually not sure what that. It had to be the book. I can't think of what else that would be.
Yeah, I think that has to be the book in that situation.
Diane with lots of money to scum some hints. I'm pretty certain they're near start. Now, where are we going, Jess? Is that the only potion sharp she has marked? Oh my. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that definitely was the book. So, by a lake is an entrance to death. So, Diane, by this point, should know that level 9 is raft locked. I think.
Assuming she's done Recorder Lake.
I believe she has.
Okay.
But yeah, if I'm just Sandy right now, get to a 15 count.
Yep.
But the other thing that's unfortunate is because she has left this dungeon.
Everything's back.
Those red lamb-olders are back. The assortment of whiz robes and Pole's voice and everything else, oh my, is back when she gets off this staircase.
And let's see, Diane is okay. Still gonna keep looking.
Jessandy feels it feels like Jessandy knows of the wanting to set up the count here because you notice that she's been knocking a few things off here and there. Oh, that's a big hint. That is a big hint for Diane.
What was it? The silvers?
Yeah, she got the Gliok with the silver arrow hint.
Ooh, that's huge. She will not be searching 9 for silvers, which is really good. Does still need to get to the white sword bow and the ladder in 1. But she does have 5 Triforces, so she'll be able to leave 1 with that ladder if she sees the bow. At this point, at 5 keys, really will be fine without finding the any key. And of course, it depends how she orders it. If she finds 1 before the white sword item, then she probably will pick up the any key. If she finds the white sword item first, then she probably leaves 1 with the ladder.
5, 6, 7.
There we go. This might be, if this is Zelda, then this Diane's time is up.
Is this Zelda down here? No.
We keep looking.
I love how we grab the bombs when we have a full 8, but we're never going back to this corner ever again. All right.
This could be a transport here. Jess is gonna bomb, see if there's a hole. I think if this isn't a transport, I just up A back to start. Nope, not a transport. Would be funny if it had been the red ring there. Which you still take because you're in a Wizrobe 9.
Yeah, but you're doing that ha 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 ha. You
sure
do not
are.
see the funny in that all the way.
Yep. I mean, I've gotten my share of post-scan and red rings.
And how did that make you feel?
It depends on the enemy set in 9. If it's a Wizrobe 9, then I'm like, well, I wish I'd had this sooner, but it's still good. If it's like Moblins, I'm like, okay, whatever. And this is a new transport staircase for Jess.
Yep.
Diane now in West Death Mountain, where she needs to be.
Yep, this is going to get the bow. She knows that she needs the ladder for 4.
Nice
There it is, right there. Time is up. It is going to be Jessandy winning and clinching her spot in the upper bracket.
With an official race time of 57:56.
And just as Diane finds the bow, Just as a reminder for those of you that are here right now, we are doing the 10th anniversary races tonight, celebrating 10 years of Zelda 1 Randomizer. We are going to be doing those races 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and midnight tonight Eastern Time. The 10 o'clock will be restreamed.
We do have jessandy joining us. So, Jess, I got a really important question I'm going to start you off with.
Uh-oh, I'm worried.
Where are we going to dinner? Where are we celebrating?
I don't know, because I'm worried about these storms coming up.
Yeah. I think it's not going to be snow at least, so we'll figure something out, right?
Yeah, I don't know. 90 to 100 mile per hour winds. We're gonna blow all over with that tutor.
All right. But yeah, GG.
Thank you. That I hate Ganon. That's my news. I hate Ganon.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with that feelings based on the few times you've had to tangle with Ganon in this seed. Obviously, the mindset at that point in time, you can confirm that to me here or deny that to me. You think Diane's right behind you and about to hit that done button at any moment.
Oh, heck yes. I mean, what, last spring it was? We had a 3-second time difference, so I know how good Diane is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, crap, go fast. I may or may not have said some choice words, which is why we have clean audio. And then, literally, the only potion shop that I found was that one up on Death Mountain with no easy way to get there. And I'm sitting here like, I need a freaking potion for this.
Yeah,
when
so
you don't clear, when you have a 5 Triforce seed and you're not clearing the entire overworld, that can happen.
Yeah, so you made it up to the northwest corner of Death Mountain with your 8 bombs, and that was the winning play.
Yeah, I mean, any key ladder, what else? Bo was up there. Of course, we didn't have enough hearts for it.
And the hard required ladder.
Yeah, but it was more about the knowledge that it's there.
Yep.
Oh, is it hard required? I guess I missed what was
level 4 had the silvers.
Level 4 silvers. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the raft. I felt good about the raft dig out of 6 when I found 9 on a raft spot, which seems to happen a lot. But
yeah, unfortunately, Diane, I don't know if she actually found level 1. I think she missed level 1 when she was up in that northwest corner. Went back into 8, which, given that she had 2 potential staircases under Goma's, totally made sense with that bow. But unfortunately, has not gone into 7 to look for the ladder.
Yeah, I ended up with 38 overworld spots left unchecked. I never found 8. I mean, I had items out of everything except for 2, 7, and 8. So it was like 2 had a boomerang. Because when I transported over into that spiral staircase with the blue whiz robes, and even though I knew the Triforce was right there, just like, that's not happening.
Yeah, that so level 2 was funny. It turned out the first segment was a lot bigger than we thought, but the Triforce was with those whiz ropes. It's kind of funny to, how weird is it, right? To have a 5 Triforce seed, having found where the Triforces were in both 1 and 2, and just, those aren't the Triforces you get.
I know, right? Because, 1 was just also gross.
Yeah, and that one you actually would have had to kill the whiz ropes.
Yeah, I tried bombing the room to the right, and it was a no-go, but...
well, that means there just wasn't a room. Or not that we saw the map, but if it doesn't bomb in that situation, you're just not going to there's just no room.
Right. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, after I got out of 1 and upgraded back to start, I may have nearly bought a blue candle before remembering, oh wait, there's a red candle on the coast and you have a ladder.
And we kind of talked about that a little bit, because I don't think it would have been a bad decision necessarily to buy a blue candle instead of going for the coast one, just because, it's right there and you just start burning things right then and there. But, the red candle does have a certain amount of utility in terms of, some of the dungeons, if it's not a Wizrobe dungeon.
Maybe if I found a blue candle, I would have found a potion shop in Dead Woods on the way.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, unfortunately, Diane is now digging out 7, hoping for a ladder.
Did she run out of bombs in Deadwoods in Death Mountain? Is that why she didn't?
I
Find,
don't know
one?
how. Yeah, I don't know how she missed level 1.
She used up all their bombs in the surefire spots, according to Nachi Beto, and one was at that second quest spot that is 2 east of 2Q9.
Ouch, that stinks.
Yeah, it's actually pretty amazing going back to a 1Q overworld after doing mix/2Q, and all of a sudden everything is just, it's like, half the number of bomb spots in Death Mountain.
So I'm going to ask this question to you, since this is the official 10th anniversary date of the original release. You dealt with a lot of seeds. You've been administering a couple of tournaments here. What is your fondest memory of Z1R, jessandy8?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. Maybe a couple. The first time I remember seeing a Z1R seed, there was somebody at work, and he was I'll call him a nerd, a geek, because we all are, right? And just happened to be talking about gaming at one point and said, hey, like you said you played, back in the day, Zelda 1. Well, there's this thing called Randomizer. Have you heard of it? And I'm like, no. Said, search on YouTube for Zelda 1 Randomizer. And I want to say the first race I found was something that Jam had re-uploaded, a race between him and I don't even remember who. But I want to say it was one of the random percent tournaments where it could have important items dropping, and it was, I don't know, a 15-minute seed.
That would have been the 2017 spring tournament, yeah. Okay.
And I was just like, that is so cool. I started watching, and the commentator in one of the races I watched was Redbird Grad. So then I found him on Twitch and started watching Redbird for quite a few years. And then finally, 3 years ago now, I think is when I started playing, or at least started.
Yeah, summer 22, because of the first Rookie Rumble.
Yeah, that seemed to have been forever. But honestly, one of my favorite moments was during the practice seeds for the Rookie Rumble, the infamous Seed 7. And this is like literally no shade at anyone. That seed was absolute trash, and like half the people that attempted it from the Rookie Rumble DNF'd. And then seeing all of the vets that I had watched for so long come in and play it and have just as much frustration as we had, I would be dying, laughing and groaning and face palming with them. It was great.
Randomizer has a funny way of bringing us all together.
It does. See, I could have gone easy and just been like, the community, because everyone knows our community is one of the best. Just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, Tracy and I got an example of that when the community treated us to that dinner during SGL last year.
Yep, that's right.
That's true. See, I could have also said, this game made me meet Tracy, and now we go out and have like lunches and dinners together. It's super fun.
So nice to have somebody in the community that's local.
Yes, for sure.
I will ask the obvious question now. You've won your third.
Woohoo!
You're now qualified for the upper bracket. How do you feel not having to stress out in week 6?
Oh my gosh, it feels really great. I've had a juggernaut of a path to get here with all of my opponents. The wheel has not been kind to me with my strength to schedule. So it definitely feels good to not have to worry, I'll say, as much. I mean, I'm still a competitor. I still want to win next week, whoever comes. But it's good to know that if I do happen to lose, I'm still in it.
Yes. That's the important part right there. The whole... you don't have as much stress as somebody who's going to be in the 2 and 3 bracket.
Very true. And there's so many good people in this tourney. It's bonkers how quickly, over the past even year, people have gotten better and gotten better quickly.
I mean, the Triforce Triple Play has definitely given people a lot more accessibility to races, regular races.
That's been a lot of fun. I love Nochi in chat. Jess's strength of schedule is impressive. Not saying that you beat me or anything, Nochi.
This 7 just continuing to be awful for Diane.
Yeah, and really the takeaway from this with Diane is just rough luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I know if I were 2 and 3 going into next week, Diane is not someone I want to face to try and get into the bracket.
Just think, the loser of my race versus Shaddy is going to be 2 and 3.
Also, neither one of you people I'd want to face in a winner go home.
But no, it's so much fun. I'm really enjoying myself. So much so that, sometimes I will be playing a game or playing a seed, and my family will call, and I will decline their call because I'm busy playing.
Oh, so it's a floor item in 7, just to
Yep.
make things even worse for Diane here.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it could just be, could even be ladder blocked. I haven't been paying full attention to all the places that she hasn't cleared.
And the worst thing is that we still have a power bracelet to be found.
Oh, and that's probably what's here. Doesn't have to be. We didn't see the last item in 8, but we are getting a DNF from Diane, and I can't say that I blame her. Just at this point, you're going to start buttoning up against that 30-minute limit where it just doesn't matter anymore. You've got a lot of game to play.
Yeah, as much as you don't want to take the DNF and take the full 30, there's certain situations where bashing your head into a seed is just not going to do you any good. And I mean, for your mental health, it's probably best to just say, I gave it my all. Today was not my day. And that's definitely the case here with Diane.
Well, not sure if she'll want to come in for an interview, but we will definitely invite her if she wants it.
You're faster to asking the question than I was. In addition to the 10th anniversary races, we do still have a couple more races on our tournament document, or actually 3 races on our docket for tonight.
I think one of them's at a stupid o'clock time.
All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about those matches here, since Tracy has brought up the stupid o'clock time. As coming up here at page, please load.
Yeah, mine's not loading either.
I have it up if you want me to, Rick.
Go for it.
All right, go ahead. What's that stupid o'clock time there, Jessandy?
That stupid o'clock time is the Gob 1 versus PDX Rex at 2 a.m. Eastern.
Hey, we have Diane joining us.
Yeah, GG's Diane.
Hi. Let me watch my tracker.
GG's Diane.
Yeah, what was level 1 then?
Death Mountain.
One was on that second quest, Death Mountain spot. That's 2 East to 2Q9.
Oh, that one that I skipped.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
that had ladder
low on
and
bombs,
key.
It makes sense.
Yeah, one bomb, but I took the guaranteed one.
Which,
Yep.
is a good choice.
It's an understandable choice, but as we were just saying in commentary, this race just, unfortunately, luck was not on your side when the 50-50 went in the wrong direction. Jessandy dug Death Mountain sooner and had that bow information a lot sooner.
Mm-hmm.
And never even found level 8.
That 8 had one good thing in there for you.
Yeah, the book.
The book into the hint for the silvers.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Oh, nice.
But unfortunately, you weren't going to get those silvers since it was bona fide ladder blocked.
Yep. At some point, I didn't know what I could do to go into a little bit faster. Yeah, it was too late at some point. I went through.
Also, didn't help that Jessandy's first item pulled from a dungeon was the white sword. How'd that feel, Jess?
It felt great. You always like to have some early offense, so.
I think the second one was the raft to get you level 9.
Yep, that would be true. Yes.
How many Triforces was it?
5.
It was
5.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I skipped both 1 and 2 Triforces because they were both nasty.
I I do
And I
give you
never
credit
found
for
it.
I do give you credit for getting through that Wizrobe room
Oh,
there with all the
absolutely.
bombs,
That
Diane.
was so nice, Diane. That was very
Oh, yeah,
impressive.
the one in 2? Yeah.
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 I wimped the heck out on that room. I was like, nope.
8 blue Wizrobes. You decide, nope, I'm out of here. Thank you, Jess. But Diane's like, okay, give me bombs. Boop, 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 boop.
Yep.
There we go.
Bombs
Yeah,
and
to be
pause
fair-
threats.
To be fair, even getting the Triforce was a pain, so at this point I was about to clean it anyway, so just to get through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
I mean, at the time, it looked like it was going to be a 3-room segment at the bottom and a big segment at the top. It turned out,
Yeah.
no, the other way. I mean, it was like 5 or 6 rooms at the top, but most of the dungeon was in the bottom.
Exactly, and map was on that side behind
was,
the blue
yeah.
Wizrobes, yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, you didn't have to deal with those blue Wizrobes ever again.
Unfortunately for you, it wasn't a good item like a bow or a ladder or something. It was instead just a boomerang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would have definitely turned this race on its head if that item had been something you needed.
Yeah. You know what? My best decision tonight is to push that forfeit button because
Yeah,
Fair.
it's this,
That is absolutely fair.
this is just walk away, take the 30-minute time differential, and get yourself back on track for next week, and hope that the wheel gives you a favorable opponent. Please not me. Please not me.
Rick, you haven't lost yet.
I'm facing Shaddy. I have to be realistic about tomorrow night.
yeah, good luck with that.
I did ask Jessandy this question. I'm going to ask you the same since this is the 10th birthday of Z1R. What is your most fondest memory of Z1R, Diane?
There's quite a bunch, but I'll always remember my first few tournaments. The first one was, I guess, SGL 2021, and I've only faced I was in the pool with Saitons, Gesture, and It My Steel.
Oh dear God.
But I had no idea they were as good as they were, but they were all very nice to me, and it was very a good experience to just learn the rando with only welcoming people and do my first very stressful races with the restreams and all that stuff. That was quite intimidating at first, but yeah, everyone was really nice along the way, so that's a really good memory for me.
Yeah, those people are really great people and really good players. So
Yeah. I mean, we definitely get to see a lot of Saitown. I mean, Saitown talks smack, but deep down, Saitown is a great person in the community.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're definitely glad that you're here and glad that Jessandy's here and everyone's here for this. And tonight we celebrate 10 years. So there are 2 other races besides the stupid o'clock. There's also Melchior versus Sharky 2107. That's at 9 o'clock. Bakuda versus Chrono JJ. That's at 10 o'clock. Also tomorrow, 2 matinee races. Big Slam Move versus Antlers at 9 a.m. Eastern. Mako versus Eat My Steel at 11 a.m. And then everyone decides that they got a race at the 10 o'clock slot tomorrow night.
yeah, I noticed that. When a lot of volunteers get those races on the schedule, but yeah.
Not usual for a Saturday night, Tracy.
Not in this community, no. See, I'm used to people all signing up on Wednesday. Not sure what's special about Wednesday, but
Just when all the schedules align. But yeah, definitely thank you both for this race, and GG's to Jessandy, and good luck next week, Diane.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks Rick and Tracy for comms, and Kathy for clicking, but also Kathy, your seed rolling skills are no match for mine.
is that a challenge?
It is.
Ha ha ha.
It really is. All right, let's get on out of here. Big thank you to Kathy for doing the clicking for this seed. And again, thank you, Fred, for 10 years of Z1R. Tracy, what has been your fondest memory of Z1R?
I knew you were going to ask me that question. I'm gonna go a little bit off the board because I didn't spend as much time as I would have liked to. Back in 2022, when we had a pretty big group, we had both Malkiers, Mrs. and Mister. We had Jam and Boof and Boom, and of course you were there. And I was busy running other tournaments in other communities, but and Fred was there. But the community, I'd already just entered the community, did a bunch of all boards no swords calls that summer, and I was a little hesitant, and they're like, no, get in here, like with pictures and stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that 2022 experience.
And
just
that's
to
at
welcome
SGL, you mean?
Yep, at SGL. Did I say wrong?
No, I don't think you said the SGL, so I just wanted to
yeah,
clarify
that was a 2022 SGL in person. So, how about you, Rick? Gonna put us all on the spot. Your turn.
Oh, goodness. So, obviously, my gateway into Z1R, as I've mentioned before, was through a runner known as Darkwing Duck, who
I know him.
was running this thing called Randomizer back in 2015. I had no idea what it was, but it looked interesting, and it got me into the community some, and 2016 was when I got to race Crystal Saber, and that was I believe it was my second opponent in that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But Crystal Saber's always been a wonderful person, and I think nothing else tops getting to race Crystal Saber back in 2016.
That's awesome. And Crystal Saber, we mentioned Red Regret earlier. Both people that we need to get back in our community in some form or another. So.
Yeah, but Crystal Saber's too busy being blindfolded.
Fair enough.
All right, let's get on out of here. Next race is at 9 and 10 o'clock. And also don't forget the anniversary race coming up with Anarchy Flags at 10 o'clock Eastern here on Speed Gaming. So thank you very much, Kathy JD, for Diane, for Just Sandy, for Tracy M, who's about to meet up with Just Sandy if the weather's nice. I'm Adirondack Rick saying thank you and happy birthday and happy Pi Day, Z1R.